Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to a new week. I want to especially welcome you to the KIS show. My name is Ruki and Tolu is here with me. We always do this together.
Hello, Ruki.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm very well.
How's your weekend?
My weekend was great. There's this saying, it's just all over the social media that November seems to be cool.
Yeah.
November seems to be, different compared to October because October came with a lot of buzz buzz.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is November and we've recorded some great things.
I think November is joyous, kind of.
Yeah.
Probably
It's November to be remembered.
We're close to the end of the year and we are just trying to exude the joy in us, which makes me remember the event I went for during the weekend.
Yeah.
Our chairman's daughter, that's the person of Pastor Dr. Peter Iwinla, and his daughter got married over the weekend. So the Gulf TV crew had to show up big time, which we did, and it was actually very eventful. And I could just see the joy in the faces of people, how happy, genuinely happy
people
they were, like trying to celebrate with the family, the groom and the bride and all that. It's actually nice. I could just see why God created us, like that very nature, that joy, that peace and happiness. And love, basically. I could just feel it all around in the atmosphere, and I'm like, wow, this is cool.
And I think there's still more to come because end of the year we usually have people celebrating weddings, there's just a lot of things, a lot of events to still come up before the end of the year. So
all right, so if you're expecting something, please don't be discouraged. The Lord will do it at His time. And then this also an information I think I would like to pass out to people. This is the best time for you to settle any kind of misunderstanding you have with anybody, quarrels, backbiting, envy, whatever. Because exactly, we don't want to move all that to December or even to a new year. Please just try to just settle the books. Some of us, we have books of finances. Some of us, we have books of grudges and all that. Please, let's settle the financial part and also the social part and make love lead in everything that we do.
True.
All right, so we'll go for a break right now. When we come back, we have a very interesting topic that you really don't want to miss. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Jesus is the answer.
The Almighty God is inviting you to the 22nd Covenant Awesome Festival of the Gospel Faith Mission International, GOFAMINT. Theme, Be Not Afraid, Only Believe. What is that issues of life that seems to have overwhelmed you? Be not afraid. Arise with a living faith and join us at this year's Covenant Awesome Festival from Thursday 9th to Saturday 11th of December. Salvation, healing, deliverance, and divine turnaround awaits you as God's anointed vessels minister under the unction of the Holy Spirit. Ministering Pastor Dr. E.T. Oluwayemi, Pastor Eso Omawumi, Evangelist E.O. Falade, and the host, Pastor Dr. E.O. Abino, the General Overseer. Venue is Gospel City along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Ogunmakin in Ogun State. Time, Thursday 9th of December, 10 a.m. till dawn. Friday 10th of December, first session 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Second session 9 p.m. till dawn. Come and pick your personal covenant for the year 2022, and the Holy One who never breaks his covenant will do thee good.
Okay, welcome back from that break, and that break actually entailed coming program, which is the Covenant Awesome of the Gospel Faith Mission International. Please, you really do not want to miss that program. And I think
the last Awesome for the year.
Exactly. And one of the highlights is the covenant picking, where you pick a covenant which entails a particular verse of the Bible, and you run with it till the end of the year, which is
the new year,
which is 2022. So please pack your bag, tick your calendar, and make sure that you attend
clear your
the
schedules.
Awesome. All right, so we'll move over to the main topic for today. Well, today's topic is something that has actually been on the social space, which is the social media, and it actually stemmed from everything that happened as regards money and finances. We're talking about Davido in particular. We all, in case you're not aware, I think the story is that In fact, let me leave it for Tolu. I think Tolu knows how to paint stories very well. So Tolu, please do us the honor of sharing the story.
Oh, well, I think it's all over the whole place, over the
Right.
weekend, proud to the weekend. I think it started on Thursday. We got to know about Davido's upcoming birthday, and, he had to call out to people to, begin to make donations for his upcoming birthday, 1,000 naira. I said
1 million.
1 million naira
4,000,
each.
okay.
So, it was
1
reaching
million.
out to friends in his clique, people that he felt it just started like, oh, let me try this. And if you think that I've impacted you in any way, if you feel like I've supported your dreams, or I just want to really see who are my people, who are the people in my space, like who really loved me. So please, my birthday is coming up, drop 1 hem. And it was tagging people, and within tinkle of an eye, we started seeing alerts, credit alerts coming in, and the whole social media went agog. I mean, it was trending for days. But the thing is, it was able to actually raise about 200 million naira within 24 hours. And specifically, I followed the trend. So everybody got talking about it. 200 million naira, that is huge. And we later in the course of the weekend, we got to see a particular music artist called Baba Frayo. Did I get that name?
Yes.
And he had to come, say something. Of course, people have different opinions about Davido's action, but specifically Baba Frayo had come out to say that it's so unkind of Davido to want to take all the money he had accrued from his friends and fans, to give to orphanage homes, because he could remember there was a time he specifically reached out to Davido when he needed help, and Davido did not come through for him. So why would Davido want to give out all of this money to people that they don't even know, people that people don't know, orphanages? But whereas himself, as Davido's colleague, there was a time he needed help, and Davido did not come through for him. So that necessitated this whole topic, entitlement mentality. Is it right, is it right? I mean, Baba Frayo, is it right to have said that? Or anybody to have said that, oh, you are here doing stuff for people, but when I needed your help, you didn't come through for me. I mean, how would you consider that statement? That's just the whole thing. I mean, the main thing we're talking about on the show today. Yeah.
Exactly.
So entitlement mentality. How do people even form this mentality? Like, why do they do that? Like, what exactly do you think that
running through their mind
when they make statements or make actions that really depict that they are entitled?
They ought to help me, and I think I deserve to be helped. All right, so I think I have a quote from Baba Frayo himself, and this just depicts his own stance as regards the entire situation. So he says that this 200 million naira that I'm hearing about and seeing on social
250
media,
actually, because 250 million now.
Exactly,
Davido had it.
He's on 50
his
million
whole
naira.
50 million.
It's surprising to me. If someone like me, who is popular and well known, was not helped, it is people and orphanages that no one knows that is being helped. They are being given 250 million. It is so funny. All right, so this brings us down to the point where we are discussing entitlement mentality. Like, why do we feel that? Especially, I think that a lot of us as humans, I think we just have that mentality, and that someone somewhere is supposed to help us. Someone that is doing, that we feel that is doing better than us, that has a little bit more than us, ought to help us when we cry out to them, or when they see that we are not so comfortable in our situation. And the funny thing about him is that he said when he was depressed and when he had a financial issue or something, and they didn't help him and all that, and he called out to his colleagues. Number one is that I don't really want the entire conversation to be about him alone. I want it to be a general discourse. Like, for instance, now you have an uncle that's well-to-do in a way, and you're a student in school, or probably you don't have money as a young person, and you call your uncle, and your uncle is like, oh, I don't have money and all that. Whereas you know that the man works in an oil company, How will someone that works in an oil company or works in a very big multinational say that he does not have money? Or probably you call your brother, you know, close people, or even friends, you call them and they're like, oh, they don't have money. And you're like, they didn't help me, they don't like me, I'm supposed to be helped, they will help strangers over me and all that. So that's what we're discussing today. But for me personally, what my own take is that I think I used to have that mentality while I was growing up, especially when I go to our institution the first year, and I'll be like, this person, I call this person, because you know, as students now, it's really not easy. I call this person and this is how he spoke to me and all that, and I would feel bad about it. You know, at a particular time, I just sat down. I really sat down, like I'm sitting right now, and I had a retrospection, and I'm like, is this person even supposed to help me? Like, does it really matter? Like, am I his responsibility? No, but that was my first question. Am I his responsibility? Is he the one that gave birth to me? Is she the one that gave birth to me? Is she that close to me that I would say that, oh, you should be responsible to me? So I sat myself down and I felt like, oh, see, there is no need for me to just place a lot of burden on this person, and there's no need for me to fill my life with a lot of hate, because it was now affecting how I saw this particular person. So for me, most times when I hear his name, I'm always feeling like that one that is, let him go and sit down, Jerry. When you call him now, he will start telling you rubbish and all that. So I was always offended when people talk to me. In fact, I didn't even want, I don't call him, I don't go to his house, I don't do anything at a particular point. I don't want to use the word then, but I didn't really care about him until after I sat down and I spoke to myself that, oh, this man is not my father, and my dad is the one that is supposed to be doing this for me. Now, if he cannot do it for me, then probably I can just find a way myself. And you know, Tolu, after that, sorry, I'm sharing my own personal story. I enrolled in bursary, some kind of things, scholarship here and there while I was in school, and I got money from those things. So I was able to now, by myself, I taught myself financial independence.
And you taught yourself to be responsible.
To be responsible for myself. So I was not even calling my parents anymore. Neither did I call that particular person, and I graduated without having to call people and always cry or tell people that, oh, please help me and all that. And over time, when I hear people talking about him in the general family, they're like, this man doesn't help people, he has money and all that. I'm like, he's not responsible for you. He didn't bring you to this world. He has his own issues. It is his choice whether to help. If he wants to help you, fine. If he doesn't want to help you, fine. You look for a way to help yourself. Nobody is here. The only two people that I know that are supposed to help me in this life, as far as I'm concerned now at this particular moment, is my God. My God. Let me not. In fact, three: my God, myself, and probably my parents.
Oh, Shay. You've said, I mean, the cogent points. I mean, things that I would have, you just really spoke my mind. Mainly about, you know, taking responsibility, taking the lead. Because, like I said, your destiny is in your hands. So you have to get, and as an adult, in fact, it's only children that are allowed to be dependent. So as an adult, you should not be having that mentality. And, well, I don't blame, maybe I may have also been in that space before where I feel entitled. It's mainly because of the environment where we grew up. Yeah. You know, the kind of training we got. Yes. You know, because a lot of us tend to now be so comfortable with the fact that, oh, my parents are there to take care of me. I mean, I'm their responsibility, so they should take it. So we don't grow up on time. We just continue to leverage on, oh, I have people, I have uncles, until they are working, so I should just be balling. So as soon as you are able to really snap out of that, like, you know, have that orientation that, okay, now you are an adult and you should take responsibility for yourself, you should lead your life, then you will begin to see that you don't have much of an entitlement. I want to believe that someone that is really entitled is selfish. They are not selfless at all. They are selfish because they just feel like the world revolves around them. And they can call the shots. So far, it's for their benefit. Any other thing does not count. So it's high time we began to, you know, deal with that selfishness that is inherent in most people. If you had to go back to, you know, what is making the rounds in the media about this, I mean, there's this thing, you know, from everything I deduce from, you know, the whole stunt, because people believe it's even publicity stunt or whatever. I feel, see, there's no publicity stunt that can really, you know, go that far if the person is not a person of value in the first place. Like the Bible says, maybe deep collect unto deep. We are too spiritual. Value collect unto value.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have, I mean, there is no way you could have been a person of value. I mean, and I'm not even talking about in respect of money alone. There are several other aspects, I mean, where you could show that you are valuable.
Yes.
Where you could, you know, it could be, yeah, you could show empathy. You could, it could just be a word of encouragement. It could just be, yeah, it could be in monetary terms, like financial support. It could be in many ways. When people see that you are someone they can actually count on, you know, when you also need help, people will rally around you somehow. Like, you know, they said one good turn deserves another. So for you that have that mentality that, oh, I deserve to be pampered, I deserve to, I mean, when I call one person, 10 people should answer, because why? What have you done? Who have you helped? That is what you should think of. Okay, so if you've not gotten to the place where you can say that, oh, yeah, I think I've impacted some life. Let me just watch and see who would also, please, I pray, see, Davido, the God of Davido should also help me. I don't want to get to a point where it will be like, I'm in their need. Like, the realities are hard and I really need help, and I'm seeing people that would, I'm watching to see people that will really come up and help me. I don't want to get to that point. This is just a test one. He just really, oh, maybe it's birthday. Let me see now if my friends would help me and support me. And things turn out this way. It is because he's someone of value. For Baba Fayo, may you know very so. Sorry. When you were of his age, Davido's age, how many people did you impacted? Like, how many lives? Who can say, oh, he helped me at certain point, oh, he did this, he did that. So if you did not get to that point, don't expect that someone will also do for you. Sorry, I mean, would also come true for you. So bottom line, value attracts value. If you've not so, you will not reap. But really cut out all your whole mentality thing and be responsible for your life.
All right, so thank you so much for that. Well, there's a particular angle I want us to look at, which is the place of goodwill.
Yeah.
But we really need to go for a break. When we come back, we'll discuss how goodwill actually affects this entitlement mentality and giving
in general.
Right. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Jesus is the answer.
The Almighty God is inviting you to the 22nd Covenant Awesome Festival of the Gospel Faith Mission International, GOFAMINT. Theme, Be Not Afraid, Only Believe. What is that issues of life that seems to have overwhelmed you? Be not afraid. Arise with a living faith and join us at this year's Covenant Awesome Festival from Thursday 9th to Saturday 11th of December. Salvation, healing, deliverance, and divine turnaround awaits you as God's anointed vessels minister under the unction of the Holy Spirit. Ministering Pastor Dr. E.T. Oluwayemi, Pastor Eso Omawumi, Evangelist E.O. Falade, and the host, Pastor Dr. E.O. Abino, the General Overseer. Venue is Gospel City along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Ogunmakin in Ogun State. Time, Thursday night of December, 10 a.m. till dawn. Friday, 10th of December. First session, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Second session, 9 p.m. till dawn. Come and pick your personal covenant for the year 2022, and the Holy One who never breaks his covenant will do thee good.
Yeah, welcome back from that break. It's still keep it simple. We're discussing entitlement mentality. Why some people, or why we as humans feel that someone somewhere should bear our responsibility and care for whatever, or give us whatever we ask of them. All right, so we've discussed that, our own personal perspective. And before we went on the break, I said we would discuss the part of goodwill. Now, I believe goodwill to be something that's cannot be bought. It is something that doesn't really have monetary value. It is like, to me, it is a value that you give out that is now accumulated. For me, that is goodwill. When you do things for people, you sow good seeds here and there, and after a while, it accumulates in different people, and now you have that goodwill. Now, when you now have a problem, your goodwill for me, that's my own personal perspective, by the way, is what will speak for you. You understand? Now, for me, I learned from someone recently that some people exhaust their goodwill. You know, after probably you've done some, based on relationship and all that. For instance, let me take myself and Tolu as an example now. Now, I have a goodwill with Tolu because she's my colleague, she's my friend, and we are both together. We've come
a long way.
Should I say a small way? It's not a long way. We're still going longer way. All right. So we've known each other for a while now, and I can say I have a certain measure of goodwill with her. And over time, I have issues, and I always expect that Tolu would always give me. So she always returns that goodwill. She always gives to me. She always gives to me, and I'll take it for granted. So over time now, whenever I have a problem, Tolu will be the one that is always giving me. Now, do you know now that your goodwill can now be exhausted?
I mean, you just get tired.
It gets exhausted that Tolu now becomes tired of helping me because I have overused my goodwill with her. So I feel that it is another problem why some people have an entitlement mentality. Now you feel that your goodwill has spoken so much. Let's say Baba Fayu, like he said during the video, he said that he is an ambassador for an NGO, that he doesn't collect money. Now let's say that he has done good for some people over the years. Now, how much more have you invested your goodwill? Let's say he has invested his goodwill. We never can tell how many people have come out for him, or how many people have come out for you, to support you, or to support him, by the way, and you have exhausted it time in, time out. You always have issues that you cannot settle by your own self. You can't take responsibility. They are the ones that are always coming to help you. Now they are exhausted. They can't really help you again because the goodwill has ended. It has finished. It has come to the bare minimum. Please, I just want people to realize that, see, goodwill can actually decrease. It can expire, and when it gets to that point, please don't expect people to help you.
Yeah, and I would just add by saying that life can be unfair, you know, in some cases, in some situations. You could find that, oh, I mean, life is just really dealing unfairly with you. It could be that you're even the type that really do well, like you do for people. But you don't harvest it. Know that it is life. And you may have to sit down and, you know, have a retrospection.
Sorry to cut you short, Tolu. Sometimes, like we all know, it is not the people that you invested in that will give to you. Definitely. So when you realize that, oh, you've given out a lot and you're not even getting anything back, you may really the problem may be with you. It's not with the people you are expecting help from. So you may have to do the, you know, brain work, or probably with strategizing. I know there is no how in the surface of the head, like help will be totally shot, like the old help will be shot against you, like nothing is coming forth. If only you can sit and re-strategize. Life may be unfair, quite alright, it may be hard, but if you would hold on and just, you know, consider yourself as someone that God can help, like you. Talking from the perspective of a Christian, even the Bible said that we should not, you know, put our, you know, trust in men. It will fail. It will definitely fail. It is only God that is the inexhaustible help you can ever get. So when you think that, oh, I'm expecting goodwill from here, or I'm expecting support or help from me there, and it's not coming forth, you may have to, you know, go back to the drawing board and re-strategize and probably call. I know somehow, if you're a believer and you have a relationship with God, God will come through for you. So yeah, it is only with the supernatural that we can actually, you know, navigate the complexities of life. I'm just saying that for people that are really giving out and they're not getting anything back, that life may be unfair, but God will help you to navigate. But then, as much as we also do all of these things, please, can we just relate with people with love, with kindness? Can we just respect each other? Don't overburden people. Life is hard for everybody, and yeah, it may seem that they are, you know, some people have it put together. They, you know, luck may just be shining on them, or grace may be speaking for them, and it's not for you. Please, whatever it is, cut your coat according to your clothes.
Yes, please. Don't be a burden to people. Just really manage what you have. And I bet you, if God sees that you're diligent, I mean, you are faithful with the little, it's a time. It's just a matter of time. You will get better. I mean, conditions would improve. Things will get better for you, and you even be the one to even give out. So the little you have, manage it, maximize it, utilize it well, and don't compare yourself to others. Oh, I saw some some social media influencers also putting out their they were shocked.
I think some people said
they were shocked. So don't say, oh, because someone did this, it worked for them. Oh, then I will also have to go through that same route. It may not work for you, So just, interact with people well. Let love lead. Have good intention, respect people, respect boundaries, don't but take responsibility as well for yourself, and just leave the rest to God. I mean, everything will be fine in the long run.
All right, so we'll round up on that note. Tolu has actually dished out a lot of advice, and we hope that we can actually pick one or two things from all the multitude of counsel.
Nah, true.
that she has given to us
multitude of counsel.
All right, so we'll see you some other time. Have a wonderful day for myself and Tolu. Bye.